What is up, everybody? I'm Digital Adel, back with Hoops Profile. Been away way too long. Want to talk a little bit about the video process of what I'm working on for this down period while we don't have any hoops to really watch. What I've been trying to do with this video is why it's been taking so long. It's just been a rough patch for me without the hoops to get back into the swing of things. But I am trying to churn out the content. Just wanted to connect with everybody. Give a big shout out to our newest subscribers. Shioban Anderson, really appreciate you. Walking Buckets Chris, super appreciate you. Language I don't speak, I do apologize. Bartakino, Wade, really appreciate everybody that's been liking and subscribing. I mean, the freaking momentum this channel has, I just can't believe how engaged and how great of a community we're building, and I want to keep that going. Again, sorry that I've been away so long, but we're going to make it happen. We're going to keep it going. Really big shout out to any of our channel members that were with us throughout the draft season. That's where you're going to be able to get all the content early. Any video I make, you're going to get before the viewing public. I'm going to start incorporating more behind the scenes pieces in the channel members section so that you can get more content out of it. I'm going to try to also do a few things. So just a couple of things about me personally. I'm still working my way back from a really bad back injury that I had a few years ago. I'm going to try to get back in the gym. I really want to get back into coaching and player development. So I'm going to see, if my health holds up, God willing, that's what I'm going to do. So in addition to my day job, so I work, 40 hours a week, just like everybody else on top of this YouTube grind that I got going on, but I love it. I love the basketball community. I love my relationship with 5 Reason Sports peeps. Let me get some of these socials sent out real quick too, so people even know we're live. You know what I mean? Let's take care of some business. All right, where is our stream? There it is. Okay, not showing up for me yet. Give me a moment. We go through my technical difficulties. I can find my stream. There it is. Share, copy link, send it out to all my social media platforms. All right, cool. I got that sent out to the social media platforms so we can get people to know that we're live, since it's been a minute since I've went live and produced some content for y'all. We're definitely getting back into the swing of things. So like I was saying prior to me taking that brief pause right there to send out my social media links, get myself healthy, getting back in the gym, trying to, work myself back into player development stuff. But until then, I'm going to start churning out the content here on a regular basis. What I've tried to do during this down period, I was trying to make the video content a little bit more entertaining, and it's taking a lot more time. And being that I work my normal 40 hours a week, plus taking care of my health issues, it's just been a slow process. But hopefully this next video that comes out it'll be of a good quality to make it all worth it. Once we get back into the, NBA draft process and the NBA and the college basketball season, we're going to get back to the normal video schedule and get things out there pretty quickly. So we're going to continue to work on that. We're going to keep doing that. But that's enough of, what's going on with me and what's going on with the channel. If you guys have any questions, any comments, don't forget to always like and subscribe. You can always leave me a comment. I respond really quickly from any YouTube comment that I see on the community page or on a video. I usually try to respond to that really quickly. So let me know if you're having any issues getting through, or if you have any concerns or any, even any constructive criticisms. I'm always open to that. Don't know what I did with my basketball. It was just around here somewhere. I'm getting that itch, man. I can't wait to get back into the gym. But anyway, let's talk about the 2024 NBA draft real quick. Summer League, how the prospects did. We're just going to run through a couple of the, some of the names down the list. We'll talk about them, and then we'll talk about some of the undrafted guys, and then we'll get into the 2025 NBA draft prospects list. And, any questions you may have, I'll answer those. It's going to be as interactive as I can be. As I mentioned, because we weren't on that regular schedule, I'm sure the algorithm is not boosting me out the way that they normally would. But we'll get back there. Don't you worry. Don't you worry one bit. So let's talk about Zachary Rizashea. Zach, man, I think he played solidly. I think he moves a lot better than people expected. I already knew how well he moved with the ball and how smart of a player he is with his cuts. It's on the defensive end that Zach really struggled in Summer League. But I think a lot of people got their eyes open to what his game's all about. I think he's going to be a lot better than people really thought he was going to be. Sar, he played well in spurts for Washington. As the Summer League wore on, you could really see the warts in his game. He's really going to have to continue to get in the weight room. He's going to have to really find a home on the offensive end with Washington. And Washington's situation is really weird because there's no vets for the Wizards. So who's going to make those sacrifices, getting the rookie touches, showing them the ropes? I don't know, man. Dicey there in Washington. The Rockets got an absolute steal in Reed Shepherd. Reed Shepherd is outstanding. In Summer League, he was outstanding. His shot selection could have been a lot better, of course. But as we all know, they're super young. They're going to get better. They'll keep learning. But man, his playmaking ability, his competitiveness and craftiness on the defensive end. Ooh, that's right. Miami Heat Zone. I hear you, man. I hear you. Welcome to the ride. Appreciate you showing up. Well, we're going to get to Mr. Ware. Don't you worry. I have thoughts. I've got plenty of thoughts on Mr. Ware, his journey, what could be next for him, and generally how I originally evaluated that guy. You think he's the best big man out of the draft? All right. So I'll skip around real quick to Kello Ware since you're here. All right. Do I think he's the best big man out of the draft? No. I think Donovan Klingeth was the best big man out of the draft. I think Miami got a steal for Ware's talent. He's so talented. The question that I still have and that I've always had from the beginning is how much is he going to work? How hard is he going to work in the games? Because there's still in Summer League, he had his ups and downs, of course. Times he dominated. Then there's also times where he didn't get back on defense, didn't box out, didn't run the floor. So the jury is still out in that regard. But I think his talent, from a pure talent perspective, I think he was definitely excellent pickup. You don't think he was in shape? He's definitely not in NBA shape. No college kid really is. It's really hard to be in NBA shape. He needs more than shape. He needs functional strength in his lower half. You know, he's going to have to really work on his functional strength in his lower half, man. But he's explosive. He's a talent, man. He's got lots of talent. I'm excited about him. So for all the Miami Heat fans, really excited about him. That's for sure. Stephon Castle, before he hurt his wrist, man, he was straight balling. Steph Castle, man, he is a tough cover. For the Miami Heat audience here, he reminds you a lot of Jimmy Butler's game, that physical style and rugged style. Man, was he nice, man. Hey, good evening. What's going on, man? How are you? Welcome, Ryan. Appreciate you. Let me move this other headset I have for work. Hold on. It said his knock was motivation. I'll take it. There's always going to be something in that spot in the draft. You trust Spo. I understand what you're saying. I mean, Spo is a great motivator. I mean, my thing is, I've always had this philosophy, and I'll keep it. But you do take a flyer on that type of talent. You can't teach his size, his length, his athleticism. So I agree. I understand completely. Can you change that guy's habits overall? Only time will tell. So the jury is still out, in my opinion. We'll find out for sure. I can't wait to see some of the stuff that comes out of Heat training camp. When the 5 Reasons Sports guys report back from there, it's going to be very interesting to see. Ronald Holland is interesting. I think a lot of people underestimated how talented Ronald Holland is. And I think in the Summer League, he showed a lot of his versatility and on the offensive end and the defensive end. But what I really think is going to hold him back is his basketball IQ. Holland really needs to pick it up in being a student of the game. Salawan, I believe Salawan's a project man. If he's not on like a championship level team where he can just fit in as a role player, Salawan has a lot to learn in terms of skills. I'm talking about ball handling. I'm talking about flipping his hips. I'm talking about shooting, post moves, perimeter moves. This guy's all heart and hustle at the moment. He's got a nice touch on his jumper. Just needs to work on his balance a little bit. But he had a decent Summer League. Donovan Klingeth is just a mountain of a man. I think he's going to be excellent for the NBA game. I just think at that spot, the number 7th overall pick, I just think the Trailblazers got themselves a player, man. I really like Donovan Klingeth. Rob Dillingham being traded to the Timberwolves. In Summer League, he was okay, but you could see that he's just historically small for a guard. He's really going to have to lean into using his quickness to facilitate for others. But the good thing about being on the Timberwolves, he's going to have a lot of time to learn and to, sit behind those other players to be sure. Zach Edey for the Memphis Grizzlies. I don't know if you guys have seen the pictures of Edey, but man, he is super slim. He's looking super slim, man. There is no way he's at that 299 anymore. They have him on some strict cardio and diet restrictions in Memphis. It'll definitely be interesting, Ryan, to see if there's going to be any type of, what his impact is going to be in the NBA. On that team next to Jaren Jackson Jr., I think they start him. I mean, I don't see why they wouldn't. If everybody else on that team is able to be perimeter oriented, I know everybody wants to run the 5-out offenses and Chicago actions and, what do you call that? It's a motion offense too, where you're not really screening, you're screening and cutting, faking the cut. But anyway, you can still run those sets with a Zach Edey on the floor because Jaren Jackson Jr. can shoot the 3-ball. So his impact could be right away. How well he's going to do? Is he going to stay out of foul trouble? Is he going to be able to play more than drop coverage on defense? Those are the things that are going to, get him on the floor. If he can't stay out of foul trouble and he can't play more than drop, I don't see how he stays on the floor. Because I know we love to compare him to, Adams, but Adams was a high IQ basketball player, and he was a great teammate, great role player. and he would punish you. I mean, Zach Edey is a big, so he's a good screener just by the very nature of his size. But he doesn't take very good angles. They're going to have to clean that up. But we'll see. Cody's a long-term project. I don't see him making an impact in year one. How do I think Bronny will look in the G League? Well, so they play AAU defense in the G League, so I think he's going to look pretty good because they don't really play defense. However, I don't think he's going to do great. I mean, he's not going to be able to contribute for the big club. He's definitely not ready for that. In Summer League, he looked overmatched. You know what I mean? He looked overmatched in Summer League. Devin Carter, jury's still out on him. He didn't play in Summer League. He got injured. Bub Carrington. He's good, but he's still a year or two away. He's a tough shot maker. Even though he's a good defender in college, it didn't really translate in the Summer League. He was getting eaten alive off the dribble. And then Kello Ware, we already talked about him. Very interesting. The 5 Reasons Sports guys, you know, they were talking about can Kello Ware play right away? Again, the same things are going to have to be checked off. You know, is he going to be able to, you know, give effort consistently? Is he going to be able to play more than drop? But if he can prove in Summer League that he can make your team even a little bit better, you play the young guy and watch him grow. So it's definitely possible. Jared McCain, man, he's an absolute baller, man. I love Jared McCain's game. He was able to penetrate in Summer League a lot better than people realize, facilitate a lot better. Again, his shot selection needs to be a little bit better, but again, they're all young, so that's all going to improve, especially as the team gets them into roles. I don't think people realize how important it is for you to have a role and realize where you're going to get your shots on the floor. Dalton Connect, he's one of those guys that, again, is going to be better with better players on the floor. Tristan Da Silva, absolute steal at 18. He was outstanding in Summer League. He looked like he belonged, looked like he'd been in the league for years. Jacoby Walter looked like a fish out of water. Not really that good of a defender for his reputation. Didn't really knock down a ton of threes. Really can't handle and get to the rim. He's got a lot to learn, that young kid. Jalen Tyson looks like an absolute steal at number 20 for the Cavs. Tyson was absolutely balling in Summer League. On the ball, off the ball, threes, getting in the paint, facilitating, playing the passing lanes. You look good. Messi looks like he's going to need some cooking down in the G League. Love his effort. Man, he's athletic. Instincts, block shots, rebound, dunk on people. But he picks up some silly fouls, man. He picks up some really silly fouls. I mean, Rookie of the Year is tough. I'm gonna give you a hot take here. So it could be Reed Shepherd. It could be Donovan Klingeth because he's going to play so much. You got to think, who's going to get playing time? Stephon Castle. You can put a chip down on Steph Castle. Like, it really could come down between Reed Shepherd and Stephon Castle. But I'm going to give you a out-of-the-way name you may not expect. I really think Tyler Kolek could sneak into the Rookie of the Year conversation. I think he's going to get minutes in New York, backing up Jalen Brunson. And I think he's going to be excellent. Tyler Kolek had an outstanding Summer League. A literal coach on the floor, telling everybody where they should be. Making all the plays, making all the reads, making all the calls. The only thing he didn't do well was shoot pull-up jumpers, which we already knew he needs we knew that was going to be an issue coming in. He's going to need to clean up his motion, to quicken his motion, be a better pull-up jump shooter in the league. But he gets into the paint. He can finish in the paint. He facilitates, runs the fast break, gets the ball moving, not a ball stopper, literal coach on the floor. Thibodeau's going to love it. I can see him playing a ton. So if I had to give a rookie of the year prediction, it would probably be Steph Castle, Reed Shepherd coming in number 2, Tyler Kolek 3. Or Donovan Klingeth. I forgot. Donovan Klingeth. Because he's going to play a ton. Now, I wouldn't count out Matas Buzelis. Matas is actually a really good player. He had a phenomenal summer league. Phenomenal summer league. Finishing in the paint, competitive, wasn't taking any crap from anybody. Very smart in the way he played defense because he's not a naturally good defender. He's going to have to get better on the defensive end. But offensively, that kid can play. And he'll hammer on your head, man. He had a great summer league. Nikola Topic, I don't even think he plays this year. I think he goes back to Europe. Where are we at here? Deron Holmes, he got injured, unfortunately. AJ Johnson, I think he's going to be a stud in the G League. Whose voice is creepy? Hold on, right? Whose voice is creepy? Topic, yeah. I mean, it could be Patrick Mahomes' Kermit the Frog voice. Would you take creepy or Kermit? Which one do you prefer? Kayshawn George, I don't think he's ready. He's going to be a G League guy. Pacome, I think he's going to be a G League guy. Even though I like Pacome a lot, I think he's a lot better than people realize. Dylan Jones, he has an opportunity to play some minutes. Yeah, Kermit is funny, man. Terrence Shannon Jr. Now, everybody knows I wasn't as huge of a Terrence Shannon Jr. Believer. But sleeping in a casket. That's right. But Terrence Shannon Jr. in the open court, no matter what level of competition, is a problem. The problem for Terrence Shannon Jr. is when he gets in the half court. He doesn't really use his head. He's not a very efficient half court player. His jump shot in the half court isn't very efficient. So Terrence Shannon Jr., if he's in the open floor, he's going to, and you're playing a fast pace, he's going to be a nightmare to deal with. Ryan Dunn didn't really impress me for the Suns. I'll tell you what, Jalen Bridges, I did a video on him for Summer League. That guy's always the first to the floor. He's very versatile at 6'9", you know, excellent wingspan, shoots the three. Anywhere he goes, he shoots at 40%. So versatile defender, first to the floor, will rebound. He's gonna get himself a standard contract. He's on a two-way right now. Isaiah Collier played pretty well. He didn't play great, but he played pretty well. Baylor Shireman, he didn't play well in Summer League, but he's a better team fit when all he has to do is shoot threes, rebound, and play defense. Mogbo showed that he's super athletic. I mean, his athleticism was evident even in Summer League. Versatility. He played like a big wing. Definitely didn't play like a small four. They used him as a big wing. Filipkowski, I mean, he's all right. I don't really, I don't really see much from Filipkowski. Tyler Smith, man, can really stroke it, but he looks so small in Summer League. He really does. He's tiny, man. Like, they had him at center in the G League, and he is not a center in the NBA. He's going to have to really tighten his handle up because he's going to have to play on the perimeter. As I mentioned, Tyler Kolek, sneaky rookie of the year candidate. He's in there. Johnny Furphy, man, I just like his competitiveness. He will dunk on your head. And I saw it even in Summer League. He was going at people's domes. Juan Nunez, I think he might stay in Europe. Bobby Clintman was okay. He'll be a G League special. AJ Mitchell, I mean, he was okay. He was pretty good. He's versatile, smart. Long arms, not super explosive. Jalen Wells, I think, is better than people think. Depending on the role that he gets put in for the Grizzlies, I think he'll be in the G League most of the year. Oso, he didn't have a great summer league. Adim Bona. He's very interesting. My nickname for Adim is Crash. He just runs as fast as he can and jumps as far as he can and runs into everybody. The only thing keeping him off the floor is foul trouble. And he can't shoot a lick. KJ Simpson, he played all right in Summer League. I like his demeanor, but I don't know. The Hornets aren't great. I think he can see minutes. Nikola Darisic, he'll be in the G League. Pele Larson for the Miami Heat. I could see him having a significant role by the end of the season, but that's a long way away and a lot of ifs, a lot of boxes have to be checked. Love his competitiveness on defense. Love his physicality on offense. His timely cuts. Willingness to pass the ball. Can throw lobs, can throw post passes, which is really valuable. Jamal, I think Jamal is going to be a G League special. He's good at everything, but not great at anything. I really don't see Jamal sticking. Cam Christie, G League special. Antonio Reeves, G League special. Harrison Ingram, he might see some minutes for the Spurs. They're not a super deep team. Tristan Newton, G League special. Enrique Freeman, G League special. Melvin Ajenka, G League special. Quentin Post. Cam Spencer, all G League specials. Bronny, G League special. McCullough, Chomchi. A sneaky guy to keep your eye on if there's some injuries in the front court for the Knicks is Ariel Okporti. That guy can rebound his butt off, and he plays angles really well. Be on the lookout for that guy getting some minutes if there's some injuries for the Knicks. All right, let's take a look at Tankathon, man. All right. So everybody's early consensus overall number one pick for the 2025 NBA draft is Cooper Flagg. I mean, he played on the Olympic team. He was in that pool to get them ready before they went over to play in the Olympics in France. And all of the veterans came out and said they respect Cooper Flagg's game and that he's legit. So if he isn't the number one pick in the draft, it'll be a disappointment. Ace Bailey's really interesting. I'm really interested to see if Ace Bailey's really 6'8". Same thing with Dylan Harper. I really don't believe he's 6'6". We'll find out. But I really like Dylan Harper's game as a young player. Nolan Troy, he's got more hype than even a little bit over in overseas playing internationally. I'm going to be very dialed into the international scene from the get-go this year. Really interested in Nolan. DJ Edgecombe. You talk about somebody that's just twitched up out of his mind. That's cool, man. So you're going to go to some Rutgers games. I'm excited for you. I'd love to see that guy in person, that kid. That's awesome. When you get there, make sure you get the court level so you can really let me know if he's really 6'6". Get the scoop. But Edgecombe, man, that Edgecombe, that dude can jump out of the gym. Twitchy, bursty. Woo. Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's very much in the one and done category. Very, very much. Hugo Gonzalez for Real Madrid. I didn't see him play last year. Trey Johnson, shooting guard. Do you notice how many freshmen are at the top of this board? Like none of the sophomores. It's all freshmen. Last year was all seniors. Now it's all the freshmen. I tell you what, guys, this is my first live stream in a while. I'm going to drop some gifteds here if I can. Is my gifted still working? They cut them off. They must have cut them off. I haven't been streaming in a while. They cut me off. I was going to drop some gifted memberships. I guess you don't use them, you lose them. Yeah, I don't have any gifteds. I feel sad now. Oh, well. Liam McNeely. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that name because I didn't research it and I will butcher it, but you can see it. The center from Duke. The 7'2", 250-pound freshman. Igor from BYU. I'm shocked that BYU has a freshman that's playing. Rico. Drake Powell for the Tar Heels. Colin Murray Bowles, the first sophomore to show up on the list. The power forward for the Gamecocks. Michael Ruzick. Jalil Bethia. I don't know how to pronounce this name either. I'm going to butcher it, I'm sure. Ian Jackson, Isaiah Evans, more freshmen. Kwame Evans, the sophomore from Oregon. Donnie Freeman. Newell. Dude, there's so many freshmen in this list. It's crazy. Are we back to the age of the diaper dandies? KJ Lewis, there's another sophomore. And then this dude, can't pronounce that name. Darren Reed, Carter Knox, JT Toppin, another sophomore. Boogie Fland. Alex Caravan at number 29. There's no way that holds. He's going to probably be lower on the list. Johnny Brome. Milan Mosilovic. I tried. I butchered it. I know I did. Hunter Silas. We know him. He was in the running to be on that list last year. He went back to school. Ian Almanza. Man, I saw Almanza play in the G League all year last year. He wasn't very good. I mean, he was okay. Xavier Booker. Lipsy. You know me, I love point guards. Tyrese Proctor, Coleman Hawkins, Cam Jones is 40th. Get out of here. Cam Jones is 40th. That doesn't track. Kyle Brenner from Creighton, the big man. I mean, that's close to looking like Mogbo, but it's not. It's Mogbako. McKenzie, Mogbako. All right, man. I'll talk to you later. Thanks for stopping by. I really appreciate you. Ian Boswell, Jackson Robinson, Peyton Sanford, knockdown three-point shooter. Elliott, there's no way that the point guard from North Carolina, Elliott Cadeau, is going to stay at 46. That's way too low. Way too low. Anson Yang, the big man from China. DJ Wagner Popular, Caleb Love. Never saw a shot he didn't like. Baba Miller, Trayvon Bricelli. All those people are... Trayvon's going to move up this list as well. But let me know what you think in the comments down below of the way too early list. Would you have guys higher? Would you have some lower? Is there anybody we missed? But I just wanted to touch base, say hey, get back in the swing of things. But that is it for me today, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you next time.